Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, The Secret to More Revenue, Customer Communication with Ovation. Hi, Zach. How are you?
What's up, Rav? Happy to be here, man.
Great. We put this webinar series together. We know that there's a lot of restaurants out there. They're trying to figure out what's happening in the midst of the coronavirus and what they're going to do when we come back and those doors fly open. And we're hopefully here to provide some insight and inspiration on where you can take your business and be thinking about that now. So before we get into the webinar today, I want to give a quick thanks to Branded Strategic Hospitality for helping to promote and book this webinar. And I also want to thank Gallery Design Studio for making the following presentation look awesome. Today on the webinar with Ovation, you will learn three things about collecting customer data. You will learn how to intercept unhappy customers. Boy, that's important. And leverage also happy customers. That's a good one. So like I said, I want to introduce Zach Oates. Hi, Zach. He is an author, husband, father, entrepreneur, and a hot tub aficionado. We need to see more of that on your social so we have less questions about it. Or maybe we don't. I don't know.
Probably not.
He was voted top 100 entrepreneurs. He did get to ring the NASDAQ bell, has won the world's biggest business competition, has been featured in Forbes, Wired, TechCrunch, Mashable, Wall Street Journal, and others. He is currently the founder and CEO of Ovation, a customer experience and engagement platform for restaurants. We need a lot of that. Hi, if you don't know me, I'm Rev Ciancio. I'm a hospitality marketing consultant. I help restaurants to raise awareness, acquire, and retain customers through digital marketing, social media, and the use of incredible software. And my personal magic wand is pizza. Now, I have more than 20 years experience in branding, digital marketing, and hospitality, and I've worked with hundreds of restaurants to help them attract and retain customers. Most people know me as a restaurant and hospitality marketing influencer. That's because I run a couple Instagram accounts with almost 600,000 followers total and a whole lot of gratuitous food photos. And I also used to own a bar in New York City, so I know exactly how hard it is to market and brand a location-based business. But we're not here to talk about that today. Today, we're here to talk about leveraging customer communication. With it, Zach, throwing it to you.
All right, Rev. So the problem that we went out to solve is a really simple one, in essence, and a really complicated one to solve. So growing up in the restaurant retail industry, I saw a problem which revolved around a single point, a single person, a single customer. What is the value of a customer? And when you look at how much revenue a customer brings who is happy and how much revenue a customer hurts you if they're unhappy, it is paramount to make sure that you know the value of a customer, you understand that, and that you drive that. Because here's what I realized growing up in this industry. I would see working behind the register, a customer coming in, I would chat with them, I would know their name, and then they would leave. And even though I knew who they were to the business, they came in a stranger and they walked out a stranger. And so that was something that we really wanted to get out and solve. Coming from a tech background, after I left the hospitality restaurant space, I got into technology and I saw all these amazing tools that could solve this problem. So that's what we got out to do. And we built a platform, a customer experience and engagement platform, a customer communication platform, if you will, that will turn these strangers into relationships. And with that relationship, there's a few things, a few components of that, but because of that, you'll be able to get more feedback, more reviews, and more repeat business. So I'm gonna show you how we do that and give you some tips on how you can do that yourself. So first of all, someone is walking out the door, and what do we wanna do? We wanna figure out who they are, how their experience was, and have a plan for what is next that doesn't take you hardly any time. So what we do is we have about a dozen different tools, and I'll show you on the next slide what some of those are, to collect customer data. What we're finding out, especially in this pandemic, is that those people who have customer data have a way to communicate. They are thriving. I have some of my customers that are having their best months ever. Why? Because the competition is down. A lot of people don't have this data. We want to help you collect that data and how their experience was. I'm not talking some 26 question survey. I'm talking about really simple. Was it good or not? Now, what's next? Well, if they had a great experience, we want them to do two things. One, post 5-star reviews on Google, Yelp, Facebook. We want them to share the love. If they didn't, and then not only that, we want to put them into text marketing because we want them to come back again and again and again. If they didn't have a great experience, we want to chat with them right away to understand what went wrong. and to get that concern resolved. Now let's dive into that a little bit deeper. Collecting customer data, leveraging the unhappy and chatting with, leveraging the happy and chatting with the unhappy. Here's the key. It's not just essential to collect data, but it's essential to collect usable data. And that means who they are, how their experience was, getting permissions to text them, and figuring out, well, again, what's next. So with this usable data, we have about a dozen different tools ranging from an iPad kiosk with smiley faces on it as they walk out, to integrations with third-party systems. We have our own loyalty system, QR codes. And by the way, I've said this before and I'll say it again, like boy bands and baggy pants, baby, QR codes are back, okay? So don't be afraid to leverage QR codes. Nowadays, you only have to point your camera. So even if you don't use us, start collecting data by using those QR codes. So everything goes to a simple choke point of how was your experience. Let's say that they didn't have a perfect experience. I'm not saying that it was like awful and I'm super mad, but let's just say it was like, it was good, but maybe something went wrong. We want to ask them, tell us about it. So this is what happens if they scan the QR code, they take the survey, and they didn't have a great experience. We're going to ask them why. And then we have an Ovation app that's going to go directly to you, your manager, your district manager, where not only can you respond to them in 3 clicks, making it super simple, but you can actually see the whole history of what they've done, how many times they've come in, what their experience has been before. You can send them a promo to make sure that they come back. So it's all about making them feel heard, okay? Because that is what they want to do. And if they don't talk to you about it, guess where they're going to go talk? They're going to go talk on Yelp. They're going to go talk on Facebook and on Google. They're going to tell their friends. And in fact, data has shown that if someone is unhappy, they're going to tell 22 people about it. Not only that, but they're going to post a review, which is going to lose you 30 customers. So including that customer, data shows that you have 53 customers at risk if you don't solve this problem. And the nice thing is, it's not hard to do, because with our Ovation tools, these private chats are going to save you thousands of dollars per conversation. First of all, it doesn't require any download, login, account creation on your customer's part. It's super, super simple. It's real time and it's all based on text messaging. And then secondly, like I said, it's all based on 3 clicks to respond to that customer. So you can have a personal conversation given the context of who that customer is to make sure they feel heard, important, and get that concern resolved. Because if you resolve that concern, they have a 70% chance of coming back. And those customers are going to be loyal. You can mark me on that one. So we've talked about the data, how to collect it. We talked about chatting with the people who didn't have a perfect experience. And now what do you do with those people who loved it? 95% of your customers come in because they love your product, they love your service. But the problem is they still are walking out the door a stranger. So now that you have the data, now that you know that they're happy, what are you going to do? Well, really simple. You're going to, again, ask them for their information and permission, and then you're going to drive them to leave positive reviews on Google, OpenTable, Yelp, Facebook, TripAdvisor, and then put them into marketing campaigns. Now, email marketing is great. Love it. If you're doing it, keep doing it. There's nothing wrong with that. We allow you to collect email addresses so that we can help you augment your email marketing. But if you're having a wedding reception in 4 months, you send a letter. Or in a year, you send a letter. If you're having a party in a month, you send an email. But if you're having something tonight, if you want to get together with someone tonight, you text them. And that's what we want to do. That's why our platform focuses on intelligent text marketing, so that you could segment your customers to text the people that came in recently that loved you, and drive incentives that not only convert, but that you can see convert. Because as they get this text message, here's a 20% off, you get that 20% off, and it goes to that link, and then you can see that on the conversation and make sure that this Jack Potes has come back in. So it's really essential to not only get text marketing, but to be able to segment those customers and be able to see them come back. So at this point, a lot of people are wondering, does it work? Well, let me show you a couple examples. One, getting these review increases Our customers are seeing anywhere between 3 to 10 times the amount of 5-star reviews. Now, a lot of people say, well, hey, I've got great reviews. I don't need more reviews. And I get it. For your reviews, on how it looks, your ranking, you may not. But let me tell you why reviews are critical. Roxbury Juice were with us for 2 months. We 5x their reviews. They went from a 4.8 to a 4.9 on Google. Now, any sane person who doesn't have extreme OCD like me may be saying, all right, well, 4.8 to 4.9 like Zach. So what? Why should I give Ovation a applause for that? Well, here's why. We increased their traffic by 230%. Okay.
Wow.
That's the big deal. When you increase your review velocity, meaning how many positive reviews you get per month, you increase your visibility, meaning more people are going to see you when they type in lunch near me, pizza near me, than if you had a 4.8 and 5 times fewer reviews. Okay, so that is the whole crux of it. It's not about the reviews, it's about the visibility. And more reviews gets you more revenue because it gets you more visibility. Now, Sweeto Burrito is a customer that leveraged our texting platform. Typical customers are going to see anywhere between a 2 to 5% redemption rate on text messaging because of our ability to segment their customer base. They were getting a 10% redemption rate on their blast that they were sending out. What does that mean? That equated to a 70% increase in ticket sales. We're not talking about fluffy duffy stuff here, people. We're talking about revenue, cash in the till. That's what we want to do. And that is the secret to revenue, is customer communication. Because as you communicate with your customers and let them know what's going on, they know how they can order, where they can order, and they know that you are there for them and that you're hearing and that you actually care about them. So for this offer, what are we doing? Well, we're giving 1,000 free text messages to anyone that wants it, and we're doing a free text to order. And if you don't even want to sign up, that's totally fine. We'll give you this link over here on the right, and what that does is it consolidates all the places that someone can order from. If they can call you or text you, DoorDash, Grubhub, curbside pickup, if you have your app, you could put it all in one place and to make it really easy for your customers to order through you. That we're doing completely free. You could share that link wherever you want on your social, post it on your Insta, and keep that available for you. But with these 1,000 free text messages, no strings attached. As long as you have phone numbers and permission, then we'll send out the text messages for you. If not, don't worry. We'll still do this order anywhere link for you and text to order, and we'll be able to get you set up and start collecting that data. So at the end of the day, that's how you're going to use an Ovation. You can collect that data, intercept those unhappy customers, leverage and market to those happy customers. The end goal is to drive revenue.
Wow, Zach, this is incredible. I mean, first of all, this offer is incredible. 1,000 free texts and the text to order link is pretty awesome. For people that are interested in this and want to get in touch with you, how would they do it? What's the best way to learn more?
You know, I want to give you my personal email address, which is Zach with a CK, like Zach Morris, at ovationup.com. And if you don't like me, that's okay. We've got a great team. You can go to ovationup.com. There's a form you can fill out there. You can also check out all the latest news and updates. We're always posting great tips and podcasts with awesome people like Rev. He's been on our podcast before. It's fantastic. And so we're always posting some great updates there. So check out ovationup.com.
Yeah, I think this is incredible. I mean, there's so many things I have to comment on here. First of all, at the end of this, we as a society are going to have a seismic transformation. And we talked about this on the podcast. Customers are going to expect that this is how you engage with them. And any operator that thinks that word of mouth is still what's going to drive their business is going to be really sad when they find out that all the other restaurants in their town are driving customers because they are being asked, hey, do you want to come in for a free burrito tonight? Like, oh my God, this is really putting the power of marketing at all levels into the hands of the operator. This is incredible, man. I'm super psyched.
Thanks, Rev. Stoked to be on here. It's a pleasure and honor.
Awesome. Well, listen, if you like what you learned today and you're interested in having similar discussions, networking with other restaurant owners and restaurant executives, getting questions answered about hospitality marketing, maybe a little bit of mindset coaching, please join our private Facebook group. It is 100% free. It is run by myself and inspirational thought leader, John Mark Shaw. He's a great guy. He's my coach as well. Just go to bit.ly/restmast. That is bit.ly/RESTMAST. That's short for Restaurant Mastery. bit.ly/RESTMAST. You can join the private Facebook group there. It's totally free. And lastly, I want to give some likes and thanks to Branded Strategic Hospitality. They are a micro venture investment and solutions platform that leverages an ecosystem of restaurants, hospitality expertise, and deep relations with connections through high-tech technology. That's a big word to say. Emerging concepts and unique food and beverage with capital and customers. They are essentially a hospitality tech accelerator. In fact, it might be how you found out about this webinar. I also want to give some likes and thanks to Gallery Design Studio. They help B2B businesses with reliable ongoing marketing creative. They created this fantastic deck. I've worked with them for years now, and they do great work. And lastly, Zach, I want to thank you so much. Zach from Ovation, thanks for sharing all this. Really important stuff. If you guys have any questions for me, or you want to talk to me about ways I can help you, please reach out to me on any social network. We're here on LinkedIn. You can just DM me. My screen name is the same on every single platform, Rev Ziancio. You can email me, therev@yeahmanagement.com. Most importantly, if you enjoyed what you heard today, please like, please share, and please comment just right below. Just like this, comment it. If you know anybody that you think would benefit from this, whether you're an operator or not, just share them this link so they can take a look at it, learn from Zach. And that's it, Zach. Thanks so much. Really appreciate you being on here today. All right, guys,
Appreciate you, man.
make it a great, tasty day.